Anyways, so onward to the most mediocre show of this season. The most average show, Marriage Toxin.
Marriage Toxin, episode 10.
However you want to speed run this one, Greg, you go for it.
So we left off the end of episode 9. Gero and Arashiyama are hanging out in a cave together as he is lap pillowing, looking up.
I mean, how's he even see her face with her titties being so big? It's kind of crazy.
He probably used modified bloodline plus toxin see-through boobs so he could actually see through
Maybe,
it
yeah.
and have a normal conversation with her.
Modified bloodline triple dose of Viagra see-through boobs.
Well, he can't take a triple dose because if he did take a triple dose,
his dick would explode.
Yeah, exactly. Because we saw earlier he tried and then he just bled out of his wiener, which didn't end well.
Yeah, true. This show is so weird, man. We're so weird. Anyways, go ahead, Greg.
If we remember, they're hanging out in the cave, lap pillowing, and they're like, yeah, let's take out Beast Clan together. High five. Okay. So episode 10 picks up where episode 9 left off. Arashiyama uses modified bloodline plus star map. And all the hamsters create a map of the island. And they have a pin for the exact location of the Beastmaster HQ. And she's like, I'll show you some of my sick home cooking, Gero. And Gero's like, no, I'm good. I don't eat anything I don't make myself. But she's like, hamsters, modified bloodline plus black hole, which is just the hamsters going out foraging for, fucking sticks and berries.
Yeah.
And shit.
And acorns.
Arashiyama makes the family special anything gamer sups that she hand feeds Gero while he is resting on her lap. And you too can go to gamersups.gg and use promo code DJ Montague to save 10% off of your order of limited edition flavors like Arashiyama's family special anything gruel. And Arashiyama too used her hamster's black hole to retrieve the promo code DJ Montague so she could save 10% off of her order of Gamersubs to hand feed Gero to give him the caffeination and energy needed to assault the Beast
You're not wrong.
Master Citadel.
You're not wrong at all. This was stupendous. Again, another banger from Greg.
You're talking about this episode stupendous and a banger?
No, not at all. I'm talking about your segue.
No, that was predictable as fuck.
Greg, it was perfect in every way.
It was rough. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm still rusty. I've been rusty for like 2 episodes.
Okay.
I'll get back on my horse, I promise. Someday. And then Denki's like, give me a segue in 2 seconds or less. All right, cool. Anyway, no, Arashiyama doesn't give fucking Gero gamer sups. She makes him the family special anything gruel, and then she hand feeds Gero. But Gero's like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm really don't stress yourself. But she's like, you'll die without food. And then he reluctantly opens his mouth, but remembers what his dad said about everything any other person serves you is poison, and to never let your guard down, and complacency equals death. But Gero ignores it, and he eats the food anyway, and he's like, damn, this shit good.
Greg, by the way, the food looks terrible. And who puts fucking acorns in a stew? What or whatever this is?
Well, okay, to give her the benefit of the doubt here, the gruel, it basically looks like oatmeal. In pretty much an oatmeal, you can add any ingredients you like I don't know, like dried cranberries, brown sugar, cinnamon. Nuts are a popular topping for oatmeal as well. And we learn a little bit more about her home cooking. You know what? You sound like fucking Dogo shitting on her cooking when this is actually nice. This is nice. This is a nice gesture. She made do with what she had.
Before you can cook acorns, you must remove the bitter tannins through a process called leaching. Sort and deshell your acorns. Boil the nut meats in water for 15 to 20 minutes. The water will turn dark brown as the tannins are released. Drain the water, replace it, and repeat this boiling process several times until the water runs clear.
Do you know what else has tannins that everybody loves?
What?
You should know this.
I don't.
I thought you were a sommelier.
Soy sauce?
No.
Wine?
Wine has tannins in it.
I'm not a sommelier. I drank tequila all last night. My bad. Fuck them tannins.
But Arashiyama has a flashback and is like, before my brother vanished, he would make this for me whenever we didn't have any money.
Also, what the fuck? Is that her brother? I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Why doesn't she just say her brother's the leader of the Beast Clan? Garo needs all the information he can get right now.
I don't think she knows.
She doesn't recognize his voice?
Well, I mean, he's been sucking up all sorts of blood. He just changed as a person, changed as an individual. People change.
Fuck off, Greg. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. Garo's like, sick. How do you make it? And she's like, oh, nothing special. But I added that special ingredient. Wink. And Garo is like, this is the best shit I've ever eaten. Garo's like, wait a second. Those glasses that you have tucked in your cleavage look just like mine. And she's like, no, it's just a coincidence. Tee-hee. Hee-hee-hee. They sleep in the cave, but Garo wakes up and meets the koala masters outside. And Garo's like, shut the fuck up. Arashiyama is resting from doing all sorts of shit she isn't used to. And then he hidden needles them, but Beast Clan Master Dude walks into the cave and he's like, this anything gruel tastes like fucking shit. So it was just DJ Montague walking into the cave and he just was like, this tastes like shit.
He's got a raccoon fur whatever jacket on, and I love it. It's so sick. I would wear that 100%. If it was fake, like faux
synthetic
faux
raccoon.
Yeah. Not real. Like, save the animals, but it's a dope looking sweatshirt or jacket or whatever it is.
But Garo's like, what you do with Arashiyama? And he's like, I killed her. Her glasses are shit just like yours. But I'm just joshing. I didn't actually kill her, Garo. I want more of your blood. Because when you get closer to death, your blood gets better. And that makes it so I can do more cross-bloodline shit. And then he hypes up Garo saying his bride-to-be is in distress. Cuts to Arashiyama, who is in a dungeon thing with other minor branch Beast Clan members. And then she regurgitates her hamster and kicks it into the HVAC system. But then it cuts to Garo hitting a double dose and has to fight like 100 Beastmaster dudes on the way up the mountain, and he's struggling and flashes back to his dad again, saying he must never take risks beyond his abilities, and he can still overdose, and he needs to reach the pinnacle of poisonness or something. But then Ushio shows up with a fat donk and is like, should have hired me.
Donk! There you go. You knew I was going to take a screenshot of this, right?
Well, yeah, because I told you to take a screenshot. I mean, those glutes are just made out of boulders.
She is literally so fucking jacked, it's crazy. I mean, she's got to be to carry that wetsuit she used to use.
Why do you think she's not wearing her wetsuit?
He cured her. He cured her ailment with his poison.
I don't know if he cured it or if just the ointment prevents it.
I don't think she has to put anything on. I think she's good.
No, she has to rub Garo's ointment all over her face when she wakes up, just to make sure that, the air doesn't irritate her skin.
Yeah, whenever she wakes up here, she doesn't put that on. I was gonna make another moisturization joke, but anyways.
Look at where that
like
water tube is going. The sacrum.
Yeah. I'd be that tube.
It's basically at the lowest part of the lumbar spine.
Probably helps with a lot of support. She's got great posture, great form.
Yeah, all right. She's like, should have hired me. And she said she got a job from May. And Garo, you got to stop doing jobs that pay shitty. But it cuts to Peachy and May, and Peachy is like, I plan to crush the Beast Clan for the sake of my future cafe customers. But why are you guys trying to help Arashiyama? And May is like, well, Garo's trying to find a wife. And Peachy is like, there's got to be a better way, like matchmaking parties and apps. And May is like, yeah, but this is the best fit for Garo. And he didn't always want to help people, but there was always a part of him that wanted to. And look at him now. Oh yeah, by the way, last episode, Peachy got injured because the boat exploded. So just to circle that back, because we were both confused, like how was Peachy hurt?
Yeah.
But after he cut up the squid, there was like a squid bomb that crawled onto the boat. And then he protected May by taking the blast like straight to the back.
Did I miss this whole episode part?
But apparently Peachy is just Zoro from One Piece. If he just goes to sleep, he'll just regenerate and be fine once he wakes up.
Yeah. Very possible. I don't know, man.
But it cuts back to Garo and Ushio, and Garo uses a poison cloud while Ushio manipulates the mist in the air to shove it into everyone's mouths directly. And Garo sweet talks her, and May is like, yep, they should be meeting right now. And Peachy is like, won't that be a problem with Arashiyama? So by sweet talk, Garo is just like, hey, Ushio, you're so dependable and I can trust you. And I just want to thank you for everything. And then her back was to him. And then the tops of her ears got all flush. And she was like, let's keep it professional. So now she likes Garo now too, because he said something nice.
Yeah, I mean, I have it right here. Sorry. I knew I took a screenshot of it. What a day.
Yeah, look at that.
What a show.
Yeah. Oh, look at my ears. Maybe you gotta put your ointment straight from the source right on my earlobes. No. Okay. Anyway, cuts to Adashiyama in her cell, and her color is binding her more. And she has a flashback of taking a job as a kid after her brother disappeared and botched the job. And then the dudes are going to feed her some drugs. But Kid Garo busts in and saves the day, and that's when Arashiyama fell for Garo. So yeah, I mean, I think it's nice that they circled back around to this, because when we first met Arashiyama, it was kind of weird because she was just throwing herself at Garo, and she's like, oh, my favorite master, I met him before I died. We get some backstory, which kind of closes that loop. Blank. Yeah, but now we know why she likes Garo so much, because basically he saved her life from getting force-fed drugs by a bunch of adults.
Yes.
It wasn't the best. It was nice.
Thank you.
It cuts back to the present, and Arashiyama is like, Garo helped me again, but he chose it instead of doing a job, and I'll do everything I can too. And Sirius comes back, and he recruited some rat mobsters, and Arashiyama uses modified bloodline ++ hammy rat network and talks through all of the rats to the other prisoners to break out. And that's the end of episode 10. And I hope she was using, maybe like 10 or 25 gig networking for that network she set up versus mesh networking, because probably in the corners there, they would get really poor signal.
Also, it's hamsters we're talking about here. Like they're somehow able to become megaphones or I don't.
Modified bloodline ++. It's not far-fetched.
Plus demons of the shadow realm.
Yeah. I mean, she could have made a spear out of the hamsters, I guess. Or she could have made an alloy bat out of the hamsters.
I'm not in love with MarriageToxin. It is kind of boring for me. It's hard to get through.
We talked about it last episode. I feel like they're leaning too much into the ridiculousness of what the show is and these made up powers that these masters have. And it's detracting from the overall anime as a whole. I feel like personally,
there's no charm anymore. It feels like it was charming to a certain extent. It had its form. It was funny and ridiculous, but it's leaning so far into the ridiculous that it's losing what I don't know. I feel like
I would equate it to at the bar. DJ Montague is spinning the ones and twos, playing the greatest hits from the future, the present, and the past, mixing them for your entertainment. And someone comes out, they put their drink down, they walk out onto the dance floor, and then they do some sick moves. And everyone's like, damn, okay, I see you. And they should have left the dance floor after they did the moves. Yeah. But instead, they stayed on the dance floor, and they don't have any new moves.
Right, they did the exact same thing.
They had a one trick, and then they just keep performing the one trick. And now everyone is kind of like, oh, man, you got to stop doing that. It lost its charm. It's not cool anymore because you're just doing the same one trick over and over again. And I feel like that's MarriageToxin.
We used to have a guy that we called Happy Feet in Tahoe. And every Sunday, he would come out, he would do the same dance move, and all the tourists would be like, oh my God, this old short guy. He's going to town. Holy shit. Woo! And then over the course of the night, he would do it 10 to 12 more times with the same people that gave him the reaction initially. And they would be like, oh, woo, holy shit. And then again and again, to the point where they were like, okay, we don't care anymore. We're here to dance.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
And it was very you'd watch it happen every single Sunday. And I was just so dude, you could do other stuff. You could learn other moves. You don't have to be beholden to this one move. But I don't know. It was very strange.
That's a perfect analogy, because it's not that the move is bad. It's just the move is tired now. You're just doing the same thing over and
over and
over again. And now it's like we're ready for something new. If you
Yeah.
would like to show it to us,